Have y'all seen this? This is absolutely the craziest, and I mean the craziest shit I've ever saw. It really is. Now, I don't know how good this is going to sound. Things don't work still the way they're supposed to, but hey, you gotta see this. You just have to see it. I'm not saying why, what, when, or where, and I'm not using the guys like. I'm just showing it to you. And you can just imagine what it's for. Watch this. Boom. Roll up your sleever? Wow. Really? It's the damnedest thing I ever saw. I don't know about y'all, but that's some weird shit right there. That's just plain damn weird shit. Don't you think? Now look, guys. There's been a lot of weird stuff going on. And I mean weird. Weird. Constitutional rights being held up by our government. All of you that have not joined a class action lawsuit, I recommend you do so. I can't mention the names, but y'all know about the class action lawsuit that prevents the mainstream media of their ill doings about free speech. And they have been doing it. Y'all know they've been doing it. And it's out of hand. It really is. I recommend y'all now join the situation. If you don't, that's up to you. I don't care. But you will care, especially you younger folks, that you think you know what's going on in the world, and you really don't. I mean, that's proven in its own atmosphere with Mark Dice talking to people on the beach in California. He literally proves how uninformed people really are. All because the mainstream is literally changing the way people live in this country. Now y'all know why the flames are behind me, right? Do you? Do you really know? It's not to prove that I'm the devil, but it's proven that I'm in the fire trying to talk about it. Of what? What's flame generally back up? The evil doings of something. Not on my part, by no means, but on others and other things. And I like flames and love to watch a flame burn. You know, campfires, backyard barbecues, using real wood, real grill, you know, the real thing. Fireplaces are great too. If you can find the right wood that don't put off a lot of wood smell in your home, and you can stand it that way. Or gas ones, the artificial, you know, they're not that great, but they work, right? But look, I've been telling y'all for a long time that there's only certain things that you can say, and only certain things you can get to work. Like the other day, we've been talking about the gates And there was a story that came out a couple of weeks ago about the Gates and George Soros. And George Soros had resigned his position with the Gates Foundation. And I told y'all at that time that the divorce situation was absolute, genuine horseshit. It was just bait and switch. That's all it is, bait and switch. They set getting you to accept that so they can divide their money and not worry about getting hit, but on one side, not two. You understand? She's playing the good guy and he's playing the bad guy, because what come out just a couple of days ago? I'll tell you what come out a couple of days ago. Bill Gates and George Soros bought or buying $41 million project together. I think it was million. It might have been billions, but I think it's 41 million. They are buying one of the testing labs in the UK. I say one. I don't know if there's one or dozens. Okay, I'm just saying there's one that they're buying, because that's what the story says. All right. Now y'all can find this. Y'all probably already know, because I don't do the stories like I used to. As soon as I knew them, I'd put them up as fast as I could. I don't do that anymore. I wait to see how long they stay up first. Then I might add something to it. My own opinion. Y'all do know that our new, supposedly new, leader and chief, supposedly, that he wants everybody to quit talking about the roll up your sleever, and he wants the mainstream media with, you know, the book and the tweet and all the rest of them to start censoring even more. Why? Because it's some of their people now that's talking about that. You know, they're starting to wake up to the fact that there's some bullshit going on. Now, I'm sorry if you feel like this, that, or another, but I can tell you firsthand, and I want you to pay real close attention to this, tell you firsthand, and I'm going to tell it to you about a roll up your sleever. I know someone very close to me that got it. Okay? Not listening, because they'd already had something previous a long time ago. We'll talk about that in just a second. That they had to have it, so they went and got it. And they got the other one. And now something happened, or she's had two more since then, for something entirely different. For pneumonia, shingles. The previous was the roll up receiver. Before that, it was just a plain old, you know, where every year somebody gets something and they call it this, that, or another. And I'm talking about before the roll up receiver, this, that, and another. Well, she was doing that too, and I really preached hard to get them not to do that, but they did it anyway. And now, are you listening? And now, you can't even talk to them about that, because they're totally. Now maybe you know some people who went through the same thing. Totally did an about face about what they are and where they're at and what they're doing. And then the one about that she got just after the royalty sleeper was about shingles. And they supposed to have one for that. Well, she got it. Well, she got a blister. Two different places. She went to the doctor, and guess what they treating her for? Yeah. Never had it before in her life. Now, she's been treated for. Now, I'm telling you all of this shit because it's first-hand information. It's not no hearsay. It's not no bullshit. This is straight up. Now, as far as some of that other stuff, like the magnet sticking to her arm, didn't happen. I tried it. Didn't work. But it could have been the particular rope sleever she had. I don't know what the rope sleever was that the people were getting the magnet to stick to them. And I don't know which one that guy got that had the light bulb to light up. But I'm going to tell y'all something. And I'm going to tell you this straight up right now to your face. The Georgia Guidestones has a lot to do with all of what's going on. They only want 500 million people in the whole world. They knew it was going to take time. They didn't want to start a destruction of things. They're doing enough of that with electronics and the weather. Okay? They're destroying a lot of stuff with just the weather. They don't need to cause nuclear bombs and, massive kill-offs like that and destroying the livelihood of the country. Okay? But you people know out there, in your own heart and your own soul, there's something really sinister going on. And I am afraid, okay? I'm afraid that the ones of you that did get the sleever, you might be in more trouble than you've ever known before. I'm not telling you not to get it. I'm not telling you to get it. Understand that. I'm not telling you to or not to. But if I was you, I wouldn't. But that's me. Don't do what I do. I don't want you to do what I want you to be your own person. Your own person. You got to be your own person. Because if you're not, it's going to be a terrible situation. But I have said in anger a few times now that I wonder why over the years, like the Batman movie shooting, that guy freaked out and went in there and just killed lots of people. And a lot of people have been doing that, and they've been keeping that kind of quiet about, in the racial realm, they've been keeping that kind of quiet about who's getting killed and why and how come. Even though there ain't a race out there that is a thoroughbred race that ain't mixed with either a white, a black, Oriental, Mexican, you name it, that they're not mixed in some manner or fashion. There is no human being out here anymore that is white, black, Indian, Cherokee, well, it's Indian, but anything Mexican, they ain't got some of that race in them. So the race is the human race. That's all it is. There is no race other than human. If you think that you're a race of some kind other than human, then you're sadly mistaken, and you're very damn retarded. I'm so sorry, but you're plain ass retarded. Your skin may be a different color than some other person's, but who gives a flying shit about color? My color changes all the time. I'm either dark skinned, red skinned, or very white. Or not white. That's the wrong damn. I'm real beige or pale beige. Light color beige. Right now, it's kind of red. But you probably can't tell that because of the orange flames behind my head. But it doesn't matter. I don't care. I am who I am. I used to have real curly hair, but that comes from metformin. Made my hair fall out. Now it's kind of straight, which I don't like. I didn't like curly hair when I had it. Now I don't like this straight shit now either. But it doesn't matter. Okay? That's neither here nor there. But the people of this world are screaming about who they are and what race they are, and where they're at. I had somebody from another country saying, there's race everywhere, you just need to come over and visit. Okay. It's not race, though. It's stupidity. That's what that is. That's stupidity. Now, I do know that the Muslim community has grown a lot in a bunch of different places, and I know that has caused a lot of issues for a lot of people, for where they're at, where they live, what they do. I know all of that, okay? But look, it's the same thing for them this is for everyone. It's because they got the wrong beliefs and training about who they are, what they are, why they've been marked for all of these years, okay? And all of these bad things are happening. They have to blame somebody and have a damn boogeyman. Like 9/11. Okay? Who do they blame? Osama bin Laden. At the time that happened, he was in a hospital being treated with dialysis. He was dying then. And then he lived for all that time, and Obama got him. Him and Hillary Clinton, they got him, and the person that they showed didn't even look like him. Hey. Is that a conspiracy? Yeah, shit, yeah. Is it true? Shit, yeah. They put that son of a bitch on ice. Made you think they had him on ice. Anybody saw Swordfish? You know the movie? Where they put him in the freezer, it looked just like him. They had the dental records of that guy's mouth. And then at the end of the movie, they show him burnt. But it really wasn't him. You know what I mean? I mean, you think that don't happen in real life? That was supposedly a real government organization in our country at that time. And how long ago did that show come out? People, wake up. Wake the hell up. Shit's real. They've been doing that shit to us for years. And then we got people out there that just don't understand, and they just keep on doing their stupid shit. But hey, y'all gonna keep on. The ones of you that are out there, let me say this. The ones of you that are police officers, and the ones of you that are in the military, that believe one way or the other, it doesn't matter who you are, what you are. Just listen to this. The good Lord gave you a brain. Okay? And the Constitution says you follow orders, but it also says that if it's unlawful, meaning if it doesn't follow the Constitution, you're not supposed to follow it. You're supposed to report it to the people that are doing it, that they're doing something against the law. Like those people that were saying that they were going to do something and then they did it and then they backed off and stopped doing it and letting people just riot and tear things up. They were really wrong. They were really wrong. But yet they keep doing it. Why do they keep doing it? Why do these people keep doing this idiotic, crazy, out of sight stuff? Why? Well, they're doing it because we're allowing it. We're allowing them to do this. We're allowing people to screw up elections. We're allowing these people to do these things. Oh yeah, they got the government behind them. Yeah. Oh yeah, I don't blame it. I'm not saying that they can't do it, and they ain't doing it. But the problem is these people that really have the money, that are really in control. You think what I'm going to say is going to be crazy to you, but you think that they're not in control. But let me tell you something. Those people are in control. They're in more control now than they have ever been before. And most of them people that are in control of your media, they don't own everything, but there's people still even above them. But they're second in command because they're doing what they're told to do from the very super high rich. And they're getting away with it. Now, so we were talking a little earlier about why don't, like the Batman shooting, people going nuts, and there was a news reporter that went and shot a man and a woman, we think, what we were told, and it really doesn't know whether it really happened or not, but we were reported on it and people, saw it. But there's stuff like that's going on every day, majorly, that's not being reported on right now. Not by the mainstream media. They're keeping that quiet. Why? Why are they keeping it quiet? They want you to follow them the right way. But all of those people that have done those crazy things, okay, do you really believe that they done that on their own? Do you really believe that those people actually did that stuff? Do you know people that are that sick? I'm being honest. Do you know anybody that's really that sick and freaked out other than the 1% that are sick enough to do some of the crazy things that they've done? You've heard all of the craziness that Billy Goat has done in the past over in other countries about these roll-up-your-sleevers and how many people was tested on and they died. And you've also heard testimony of him out of his own mouth to say that we need to get things down to at least 1%. He was talking about climate change at the time, and he was talking about the population. We need to get it down. So he says one of these things need to get at least 1%. And then he said that the roll-up-your-sleever would be one of those things on how? By birth and disease. And talked about it for years about there was going to be a you know what, and there was, and so was little old Filchi. But I got a question. If there's real sick people out there that does crazy things, why ain't none of them sons of bitches ever been shown the real light? You know, showed the other end of the stick. No matter how much money you got, the evil that people could do hasn't never happened. You think that maybe if that happened to one of them, just one, do you think that that might make the other ones think that, hey, it doesn't matter how much security I got, I can be gotten to? You understand what I'm saying? You can be gotten to. I don't give a damn who you are or how much money you got. Does that make you special? Hell the fuck no. You put your damn britches on just like everybody else. Don't make you special at all. It just gives you special privileges with money. And you know, that's the downfall of our whole country and our whole world. It always has been. From the beginning of time, the Romans, they started with a republic, ended up with an anarchy. It's just like we're ended up into. That's where we're headed right now, an anarchy. Because they won't stop preaching to us about democracy. Democracy is mob rule. And then when the mob wins and we become a mob, like we have at times, and it's gotten calmed down, but it's getting to the point that mob is going to overflow. It's going to overflow and it's going to take over. And these people that are rich, oh my God, if that ever happens, they better find them a damn them shelters that they've built. They better get their asses in them, because their asses are going to be dead. Just like everybody else's. Everybody else. That's why you ain't seeing them people in public very often. You don't see them walking on the street. That's for damn sure. Do you? No. You don't see them people walking on the street. And we're just talking about 2 or 3 of them. We ain't talking about all of them. No, we're not talking about all of them. We're not talking about the behind the scenes people that are there. There's a bunch of them too that people don't even know their names. I'm not kidding, but they got money. They're the players. They're the ones that's got the big time 1%. They're the problem. They're the problem. They've always been the problem. It ain't the color of your skin being the problem. Those people right there has been controlling you, that think that you're one race when you're not. They have been controlling you for all the years, for over the 200 years that all of that started to start with. Okay? Way longer. Slavery is still here. It hasn't never went anywhere. It's just used a different way now. Most of the people that are slaves today are drugged. They don't even know they're being enslaved. But they prostituting them people out. Doesn't matter who they are. One of the biggest guys doing that in the whole world. You think's dead. They killed him. Somebody hung him. Nope. That wasn't the right guy. That was just somebody that staged for you. A look-alike. Just like in the movie Swordfish. That wasn't that guy. Now his eyes was bugged out of his head a little bit. So yeah, that gives you the influence that he hung himself. But bullshit. Wasn't the same guy. There was a lot of other things there that said it wasn't him. But yet, everybody believes that it was him now. Why is that? Why in the hell does anybody believe any of that shit? When it's all fake, It's all fake news. And that's straight up. People that believe, anybody that really believes that that guy's dead, you're totally way out there. That wasn't him. He is alive. Somewhere, he's alive. And that's a fact. And that woman that's still running around, that they got lawsuits and this, that going on with her, they'll end up doing the same thing to her. You watch. Same thing's going to end up happening to her. The heat will get too rough and they'll have to move on. You watch. She'll end up somewhere on an island too. And nobody can get to it. Belongs to somebody that's worth lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of money. Or probably end up on the same island with him. Doing the same thing that they already were doing. And all of the same people will still be going to that island and visiting and having them some pizza. You understand? Them sick son bitches are still out there. Y'all know who they are. The ones that they keep talking about, which they've shut up about. One of them. Yeah, I wonder why they quit talking about her. I don't know. But they did. But her husband was in the news about it the other day. Yeah, y'all know. The Clintons. You know what I'm talking about. But hey, who cares, right? All of that shit got hushed up, didn't it? Just like everything else. No, we can't remember what happened last week. We can only remember the bullshit that's going on today. Because that's what's in the news. Only the bullshit that's in the news. People don't care. People don't care to listen. And they think, oh, that was bullshit. And they move on. And the bullshit they thought was bullshit was really the truth. And the shit that they preaching to them is the bullshit. Did they believe in it? But yet here we are. And here we go. We're still in the flames of hell. You get it? We're still in the flames of hell. And what is anyone doing about it? They just putting more and more books and wood on the flames. They burning your history. They burning your internet. They telling you what you can and can't do. They telling you how many times to wipe your own ass and your neighbor's ass. Literally. And all of y'all are buying it. They telling you what kind of clothes you can wear. Telling you what kind of clothes that this person wears. And they're transgender. Hey guys, look, I don't care what you are, what you do, what do you want to be in life, or who you think you might be, or what you've been coerced into believing. But I'm telling you right now that some of that shit, bullshit, is getting out of hand, and more people are leading into it. Now, does that mean that their DNA is getting all screwed up? Or does that mean that they've been manipulated and brainwashed? By what? More and more stupidity television and radio, social media, brainwash. That's all it is. Total ass brainwash. You got to get away from your TV sometime. You got to get away from your computer sometime. You just have to do it. Because if you don't, you're going to end up just like them. That's no joke. You're going to end up in a dress, if you're a guy, Or you're going to be out on a date kissing another girl when you're a girl or guy. Hey, I'm not saying that you're not one of those type of people. I'm trying not to say the names of those that stuff, but what I'm trying to say is some of that is total BS. And I'm not saying it to hurt no one's feelings. Some of it is just total BS that someone that has gotten to a point to where they're being manipulated into believing that they're something when they're not. I'm sorry. Just all there is to it. It's just like incest. There's a lot of that out there. There's always been that out there. From way back yonder. And I got something else to tell you. That was going on when there was slavery in this country. Not to say that it's not still going on. But those back in those days didn't have protection to stop them people from having children. You get my meaning? All of them didn't stay 100% either. Now, I'm not saying none of these things to hurt none of y'all's feelings. I ain't saying these things to... I'm just doing it to make you think about who you are, where you're going in life. Because if you don't think about it now, there ain't gonna be no future for you. And I'm thinking there's not gonna be a future for a lot of people that have had the roll up your sleeve. It's just my opinion. And I'm saying it because it is my opinion. And opinions is free speech. Everything that I said in this video is free speech, or should be. Because I ain't said nothing wrong. I ain't said nothing hateful. I'm just telling people what I believe. So, look, I've said everything that I could possibly say. I've done everything I possibly can since 2009 to wake people up to the fact that they're stealing your Constitution away from you. And right now, you're in the worst time of your whole life of them taking everything away from you and destroying your country and doing a major reset worldwide on the reset. Because it ain't just happening here, but they're after us in a big way. And they're trying to force everybody to get one of those you-know-whats. Why? Because it's saving lives? Or is it just one of those things to where every time they've ever done anything like that in a movie, something literally happened to backfire? And they've made a bunch of movies on zombies. Now, I don't think that we'll ever have anything called The Walking Dead, but Walking Brainless, The Walking Dead, Brainless. That you can look in their eyes and tell there ain't nobody there. Not dead, alive and well, but just plain brain dead. They do what they told when they've told to do it. Amen. I rest my case. So that, and I'm talking about, they've been making series and movies on this about The Walking Dead. It ain't that's the wrong word. They didn't use the right word. It's the walking brainless. The ones that can't control their brain. It's being controlled by something else, like nanos and frequency. Kiss me goodnight or kiss me goodbye. Much love to all of y'all. Y'all all have a wonderful day, a wonderful night, a wonderful evening, and I hope and pray 4 years from today that this planet is still got as many people on it as it has today. So from my cold dead hands, and I damn well mean it, abolish corporate greed. Y'all know what I mean when I say corporate greed, don't you? Don't you know what I mean when I say corporate greed? We've been talking about it this whole time. The corporate greed. That's the 1% that is controlling you. Not necessarily your government. The government is being controlled by the 1%. And what is the 1%? Think about it. Bill Gates was one of them, trying to control the world. Been doing a pretty good job, ain't he? Fauci ain't one of them. He's just a mouthpiece. They going after him rock solid right now. But he'll get off. Should he? No. Should Bill Gates? Hell no. Should George Soros? Hell no. Any of them other son of a bitches, should they get off? Hell no. Hell to no. We're in hell. You see it floating behind me, don't you? Don't you see hell floating behind me? The flames of hell is here. We're in the flames of hell. It's getting worse by the day. And those of you that love Jesus and love God, I am so proud of you. But it's not for you to sit on your ass and pray that he's going to do something for you. Because he's got too many prayers coming to him from all sides of the scenario. Do you understand what I just said? All sides of this scenario. I pray, oh my God, help me. They're trying to take my life away from me. Okay. And that other guy on the other side saying the same thing. This man here, he's trying to take my... Who the hell does he help now? Who the hell can he help? He can't help you. He gave you life. He gave you life to walk a narrow line. He gave you that life, wants you to take it and you live it. He don't want you to destroy your life and someone else's. He don't want you to take your life, so he sure don't want you taking nobody else's life. But the 1% think they are gods. Don't they? Yes, they do. Are you? No. So remember, like I said, from my cold, dead hands, and I damn well mean it, abolish corporate greed. The greed is the flames behind me. And they're behind me, not in front. Because it doesn't matter how much money they got. It doesn't matter how much money they got. They're going to kill you if they can. They only want 500 million people in this world. That's a proven fact. You've done seen it for your own eyes. Over years of this stuff. People bitch, moan, and groan. So wake up. Much love to y'all. Thank you for coming. Thank you. If you're still here and you're still watching, thank you for coming. Thank you for paying attention. If you didn't come and you didn't watch and you didn't listen and you didn't see, I'm sorry. I tried and still trying to wake all of you up to the fact that you're losing this battle. And if you don't wake up soon, you're going to lose this battle. You're going to lose your children. If you've got children, you're going to lose them to something. Maybe a virus, maybe to a gun, maybe to a car that's running you off the road because you're the wrong color. Or wrong sex. Could you imagine that the wars that we would have for all the people that are all think that they're one color, they're one sex, they're two sexes, but they believe in this? Could you imagine all of those people fighting at one time? Nobody would know who the fight was for, would they? Is that what's coming? What did I just say a minute ago about people being brain dead? You get my drift now? One more time. From my cold dead hands in a damn 1 minute, abolish corporate greed for your freedoms, or you're not going to have none. So much love to all of you. Thank you for watching. Please come again. And if you're new here, please subscribe and hit the notification bell. I'm stuck now for about a month at 41,522 subscribers. It was 35 yesterday. It's been going to almost 600, 41,600, and then it goes back down to almost 41,400. It's been doing that for a month now, maybe 2 months. It's kind of lingering here. And I don't think it ain't because people ain't subscribing. I think they just unsubscribing like they've been doing to my Twitch channel. I had 2,300 subscribers just yesterday. It's done dropped again. Three more subscribers done fell off. And I don't understand that. Not on Twitch. But then again, it's owned by Google. Or somebody. I guess. I think it's owned by Google. It doesn't matter who they own by. I don't really care. But the more money that the company makes, it is the same thing for everybody. It's just another one of those rich bastards controlling who you are. Know what I mean? So much love. Y'all have a wonderful day. Please come again. I hope you share this to everyone you know. Much love. Y'all have a good day now. You hear? And peace out.